Alright, so now we're going to look at a word problem with volume, and we're given the area of the base of a cabinet at 10 square feet. And we want to know what the volume would be if the height is 2 feet. So I know that since I've been given the area, that's the length and the width, so I can just multiply that by the height, and my units are the same, so they're both in feet. So 10 times 2 would give me 20 cubic feet for the volume. I could also write it with the little 3, so 20 cubic feet. Now our second problem, the side length of a cube is 3 centimeters. What is the volume? So they've only given us one length, but we know because it is a cube, it's made up of squares, and squares have all the same side lengths. So if one side is 3 centimeters, that means that the length would be 3 centimeters, and then the width would be 3 centimeters, and the height is 3 centimeters. So we can multiply all three together to get the volume. So 3 times 3 is 9, and then times 3 gives us 27 cubic centimeters. So that's going to be the length of the volume of the cube. Now this next problem, we have a composite figure. And so remember, when we have a composite figure, we have to split it up into 2 prisms, and then we can find the volume of each prism, and then we add the 2 together. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this vertically right here, and I'm going to highlight this so that I can see the 2 separate prisms. So I'm going to call the yellow prism Prism A, and then the orange prism Prism B. So I can see with Prism A that I've got to find the length, because this length that's given is 15 inches. It's all the way across. But I just want this portion right here. And I can get that by subtracting. So I've got 15 minus 7, so that gives me 8 inches here. And then so this part would be 7, so the total would be 15. But for what we're going to use for Prism A, we've got a length of 8, a width of 4, and then a height of 6. So I can multiply, and you can multiply them in any order. I'm just going to go ahead and do 8 times 4 is 32, and then times 6. And I could do an area model for this, and I could split up the 32 into 30 and 2, and multiply it by 6. So 6 times 30 is 180, and then 6 times 2 would be 12. I put that together and I get 192. So I've got 192 cubic inches. And now I need to find the volume of Prism B. So Prism B, I've got